Hi all, I got Treehouse's Hurricane, which I reviewed on this channel like 3 years ago, but I just get it almost every time they release it. They don't do it that often, maybe more now than they used to, but I might be on a high horse these days thinking this is their best consistent IPA or double IPA or whatever. My lighting is still kind of weird, I gotta figure this out. So this is also their like lowest alcohol beer that's called the double IPA. At 7.7%. They call green just an American IPA, and that's 7.5. And this is also their cheapest of the double IPAs. It's only 17.40. They've raised the price of a lot of the beers, but this one, I guess they only raised the price 40 cents. So it's Simcoe and Amarillo. It's kind of the base for the whole storm, tornado, typhoon series of all those beers. Those are all kind of Citra Amarillo based, and yeah, I've just really enjoying this one, and it doesn't move super fast because it's not like a sexy hype Treehouse one. It is one of their original double IPAs, and this one is from May 29th, so that's 8 days less than a month. I think they might even still have it at the brewery. So there we go. It's very pale. And I just don't think you need an IPA to be really big. Like once it gets into the mid-8 or higher category, you really notice the booze, and it just has to be quite sweet to handle like lots of hops. And it seems like the Hurricane, this one just always has the classic Treehouse profile that I love. And my face is all like shadowy. This is weird. Is that kind of better? But I'm smelling this easily already. It has their yeast profile, but then it has lots of hop punch too. The Amarillo is kind of a classic American hop that's got some citrus and some pine, but it's also can be super juicy and fruity. There you go. Yeah, it's got a nice glow to it. The head looks very good and dense. We're into hot, humid season, so heads are never going to be as good on beer as when, condensation isn't the situation. There you go. Hurricane. And yeah, just super juicy. It has, actually, I guess this is better. It has all of the Treehouse yeasty notes going on. The melony, almost banana-y runt type thing, but not quite. But really, like Caprice, I'm not Caprice, Sunny D, V8 Splash, just like enhanced, like fruit, citrus juice with some like mango and other stuff thrown in, and just a light hint of dank in there, a little light hint of dank, that you can get from Citra and especially Amarillo. And a little floral, but yeah, it smells rather sweet. Definitely melon. They say papaya. I have to have papaya again. Yeah, mandarin. Yes, very sweet orange stone fruit. Yeah, it's definitely peachy. Yeah. That's smelling very good, especially these days. I'm really into mosaic, and there's no mosaic in this, but it's giving me lots of good peach stuff. I guess there isn't really much berry. Oh, actually, no. I might be. Now that I'm thinking peach, I'm like, oh, Simcoe. It's actually Citra and Simcoe, I believe. That's the main combo. They don't say it on the label, but they have said it in the past. Yeah, Citra and Simcoe. So Simcoe, I got confused with Amarillo. They're kind of similar, but Simcoe does have this peachy note. Simcoe is like one of the parents of Mosaic, so they're a little similar. It's got a big soft mouthfeel. And just a little bit more bitterness, maybe. A little bit more grassiness, maybe, than some other tree houses. But why do you need a bigger beer than this? I don't know. So much flavor, so much aroma, so much body. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it sucks that the humidity kills head like that because the head adds to like a creaminess. Doesn't feel quite as soft. I guess I could pour some more. This one actually, I'm noticing a little bit of a bite in the throat this time. I already had 2 cans from this 4-pack and I thought they were fantastic. I also had a very long day and haven't had anything to drink yet besides water. And it's refreshing. It finishes quite dry. But it lingers with that kind of yeasty, sugary, candy-like treehouse thing. But it's not overwhelming candy esters. It's not like bubble gum or something like that. Like some other hazy IPAs where it just overwhelms it. It's still quite hoppy in the finish. And there's a little bit of heat. I feel like my palate's like really sensitive right now. So this one is like really punchy, even though a lot of people would think, oh, Treehouse's cheapest double IPA, 7.7%. It's not special double dry hopped amped up version or anything, but it's got plenty of potency. Let's see what happens if I pour the rest. See if I can get some creamy head there. And of course I spilled a little, but a huge thing about craft beer, I mean, most drinking experiences, but especially with craft beers, just pour really hard. Pour yourself like more head than what you think is wrong, and then you will enjoy having a little bit creamy head in the sip. Just like how people love nitro beers. You can get creamy head in most of the sip of your beer if you pour it hard. Unless you go outside and it's 90 degrees, then your head's going to die down. And I always kind of hate drinking like bigger beers like this when it's hot out because it's not as good of an experience. And I feel like I'm kind of having that right now when it's hot out. Excuse me. Pale lager, other stuff like that. Go inside in the AC maybe to have something like this, and you might find that you enjoy it more. Yeah, that's creamier, denser. Colder liquids are denser, obviously. You know, like how melted ice cream is liquid, doesn't have that thick, creamy mouthfeel you get from really cold frozen ice cream. And it's the same thing with this. So remember from when you're drinking big beers this summer, especially the IPAs, chill them all the way, pour them hard, keep them cold. Yeah, that is good. I feel like it may be losing a little bit of its great ineffable freshness now. I mean, it's less than a month. Some people like to hold on to their treehouse for even longer, but in my opinion, they don't really get better. I guess they lose their hoppiness if you really want the yeast to come out. But this one's still pretty popping with the hop bitterness and such. Very good beer. Don't pass up Hurricane. And they just released Coconut Storm, or not just, but like a couple weeks ago. And that's like the bigger version of this with coconut. That's actually one of my favorite beers of all time. Yes, this is great. Fantastic beer. 4.75 plus 5, whatever. That's it. Bye.